you went through the. I was gonna say you can't. I wouldn't say slay dragons to get the princess in that case.
See,
but
there it is right there.
But
There's the real speech
sometimes, Fake name Amy has stirred some emotions with asking for a friend on your morning show. She wants to know, can her friend Veto the person that her fiance has chosen to be the best man at the wedding? You can call 877-995-4681. You can text 99338. We do call you back, so if you text, you get a call from Maryland number. That is us. Now we have two brides on the show. Rose, a former bride. Riley, a future bride.
Yes.
I will default to you first, Riley. Your wedding is coming up. So let's just say Marshall had somebody. He says, hey, Intern John's my best man. Would you veto or would you?
Face.
And I'm just saying in general, just for namesake for the story.
That's not a possibility, and that's a whole different level, so that's not fair. But no, you can't. Like, first of all, Marshall's best man is a person who has literally saved his life.
Right.
I mean, he's a police officer as well. They were partners for a while. So it's like, this is his person. This is the person you want to be on your side when they go and they bitch about you to them.
Oh, true.
So no,
yeah.
I would never want to veto that person, because on the flip side, if he tried to veto my matron of honor, we'd be broken up. Like, no.
Yeah, that's a good point. That you want to make sure the best friend is always like, yeah, but dude, you can't mess it up because she's fantastic.
It's
that
just
is true.
like the best matron of honor, the best man, whatever, is their person that's not family. You know what I mean? Like the brother from another mother or something like that.
Yes.
So I just really think it'd be unfair, no matter how much you might hate them, you can't do that.
Also, to a point though, if you haven't weeded them out yet, it's almost like
they're not going anywhere.
It's almost like time's up. You know what I mean? Like you had the whole relationship to weed out that friendship, and it's a bad influence. At this point, it's like, if you don't stake that claim early on, he's going to be like, well, you didn't say anything before when we were dating.
I feel like
what I mean?
The only way you would get out of that is to have a court wedding then. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Be like, well,
we did it.
You don't need a best man now.
Yeah.
Rose, you've been married for 6 months. Would you have vetoed Clint's best man?
Absolutely not. First of all, it was his brother, so there's no way I was going to veto that. But even though, I feel like going into the situation where you get engaged and you start thinking about your bridal party, you're kind of going to know who he's going to pick as his best man. Like, you kind of already have that idea. Absolutely no way in hell you should try to demote them. Have conversations with the groom and the best man. I think that if you have an issue with the best man, you need to talk to him directly. But there's no way you're going to demote them, because then it's going to cause resentment, and that's going to cause an issue in your relationship.
Let me ask you this, Riley. Can you veto if Marshall wants somebody to speak at the wedding?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think that's true.
100%.
I'm not saying me.
I
I'm
will
just saying
take every
in general.
single microphone and stuff it up my train before I let you do a speech.
You'll do what?
I will take every single microphone and stuff it up my train before I let you give a speech. No.
Okay.
Don't you take that as a challenge. I see your face.
I'm more so just anyway, save that for later. Devin, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
But before I ask you the main question, Devin, do you think Riley has the right to veto me speaking at the wedding if Marshall wants me to?
Yes.
I mean, I listen to you every day, John. I know you've got some, some special words sometimes, but no, Riley, you should just approve his speech and then just mute the microphone if you need to.
Thank you, Devin.
No, don't encourage him. He's literally fist pumping the air right now.
I have special words.
Yes, you do. Special is the operative word in that sentence, sir. God, help me.
Now, first of all, Devin, thank you. But to the issue at hand, Devin, with asking for a friend, can she veto who the best man is?
No, 100% no. I agree with the girls on the show. No, that's that man's best friend, his ride or die. I mean, the bride gets autonomy usually of, all festivities going on that day. Let the dude have the one person he wants to be there. I mean, and same point that the girls made also is, what if the shoes were on the other feet?
Yep.
I bet you that bride would not be having it if the groom tried to veto her maid of honor.
I agree. It'd be like if Riley wants somebody to speak at the wedding and Marshall said no. Could you imagine that, Devin?
Oh, well, that's not happening,
Could you imagine that? It'd be so sad.
I would just like it to be known that Marshall has not requested a speech from you either.
Can we call Marshall, Eric,
my
real
God.
quick,
No,
just for
he woke up
reference?
late this morning, so he might not be answering.
Devin, thank you so much for calling. Have a great day.
No problem. You guys too. Bye.
Like you.
I think she made some great points as far as
you giving a speech. Yeah.
Hey, Paige, good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Let me ask you first, too, Paige. Let's just say that Marshall wants me to speak at the wedding. Does Riley have power to veto that?
Unfortunately, yes.
Woo! Thank you, girl.
Speeches,
Praise
yes.
Jesus.
Paige, but it's going to be very nice and very sweet.
I mean,
Give me a
do I think
sample.
you should, because
Can I have a
it would
sample?
be a memorable speech. Sure.
I would.
Not my wedding.
I would start
Love
to
you,
say
by the way,
that,
Boo.
that we're here. Riley finding her person gives hope to everyone. That's a good way to start because you went through the. I was gonna say I wouldn't say slay dragons to get the princess in that case.
See,
but
there it is right there.
But
There's the real speech right there.
Sometimes, no, I know what this. Riley's relationship, Marshall. It's the reason you do the hard weights at the gym because it's all about the gains in the end. Like there's some barbells you pick up and you throw around. You don't want to. But you keep upgrading, and then you get your fit marshmallow.
Oh my God! Yeah. Okay.
Paige, back to the issue at hand with asking for a friend. Who can she veto? Who's the best man?
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something I picked up is that she said she could think of 100 other people, but not that he had anybody on standby.
Ooh.
So it's not like he's behind two people. You know, he's not picking between two people. He's got a decision. She just doesn't like it.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Paige, because it is almost like then it's like that control issue of like I'm gonna pick who your best friend is like if that's flipped, that's a different conversation entirely.
Right. So I think the conversation is not pick a different person. I think it's I respect who you're choosing, but in the past they've made less than great choices.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Paige. Thank you so much for calling.
Calm down.
Have a great day, Paige.
You too.
Bye. Ashley, you have a really good point about this. What do you want to say?
That it's his wedding too. You can't choose who is going to be in his wedding party.
Yeah, I think that's again.
I mean, I'll admit this too. All too often, brides are like, "It's my wedding." You know what I mean? I've done it. Don't you roll your eyes at me? I've done it at certain spins of the coin as well. But with the people that are standing next to him, you can't touch that.
Yeah, you can Photoshop them out if everything. Just saying, if things go awry, you can just Photoshop them out and everything's fine.
You're gonna Photoshop your face in there and right next to him at the altar.
I'm just saying. But Ashley, thank you so much for calling. Have a great day.
You're welcome. Bye.
Now here's the moment of truth. Hey, Marshall. Good morning, man.
Oh God, babe.
Good morning.
This is Riley's baby daddy / fiance, Marshall. Marshall, I'm assuming you've been listening to the show, but in case you're busy doing police work, we have been discussing whether or not your
Babe, don't do
your
it.
future bride could veto for your special day. Which, by the way,
Why is it his special day?
So your guys together. Who, by the way, I'm trying to remember, who was the guy when the venue was going to screw you over, called the
so
venue,
not fair.
and caused tears of happiness because he reduced all that stress.
Babe, just remember you got to sleep next to me every night.
Who was that again? That was me. So, Marshall, here's the consensus: is that if you decide you want me to give a speech at the wedding, Riley can't veto it, is what we basically found out.
I can veto anything.
Well, I'm basically asking, I'm basically proposing that you propose to me to just give us a short speech at the wedding.
No.
I mean, could we compromise and maybe he could do it like a reception?
Marshall!
He could do like the cocktail hour.
Oh my God.
So,
babe.
Yeah. No, but that's perfect.
You're not going to be at the cocktail hour anyys. You're going to be taking pictures.
I think
For the guests,
fantastic.
it's fine.
Yeah, listen, I think that's fantastic. I think compromise, that was great police technique to de-escalate a situation, Marshall.
You see, he does do that.
I think that happens, Riley.
No.
But that's what the father of your child wants that.
We will. The mother of his child will
And
chat
your
with him later.
your children for sure want me to speak at the reception.
They don't get a vote.
Oh, so I'm just saying the entire world. It'd be very nice and sweet. What's the worst I could say about you?
Oh my God. Have you met you?
Yes, every day of my life.
Jesus.
And that's why I drink. So I think we're going yes. So Marshall, I have your permission to speak at the reception,
babe.
Well, cocktail hour. We won't ink that yet. Pencil.
Okay. So the cocktail,
my God,
but the
you're not
cocktail
getting
hour
laid.
is the reception. He's already got a
No,
kid.
there's my God, there's an hour beforehand where we're going to be taking all of the pictures, and what D-Fit Marshmallow does not realize is those pictures that he didn't want to take are going to take longer now.
That's fine.
Because I want to miss out on this.
No, that's perfect. 'Cause I can fill an hour. I don't know if you know this. I've done several hours of comedy over the last 6 to 7 years.
Do you see what you started, Marshall?
So I think, listen, give the people what they want, Marshall. Marshall, I'm gonna take this. Yes, Marshall. Thank you for being on the show, man. I appreciate
love you.
Have a fantastic day.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.
Here's what we're gonna do. Marshall says
so
yes.
Not fair to put him on the spot like that.
What do you mean?
Because he is the nicest person ever, and you guys have this weird, sick bromance. So he's not going to say no to you.
Let's do this. Marshall says yes. Let's let the people decide. If you think that Intern John, who has been a fan of this relationship since day one, should be able to give a nice little short speech, a nice rousing speech at the cocktail hour of
Where's
Riley's
my
wedding.
Riley Army, please.
Please text speech to 99338.